Welcome back to It Ain't Rocket Science. I'm Adam Balkin. Here at South by Southwest, it's all about innovation and progress, and it's no different in the Ivy League halls of Columbia University in New York, where 3 students hunkered down in a lab, worked overtime, and came up with an effective method to protect healthcare workers in their fight against the Ebola virus. Aaron Billups reports.
These students at Columbia University are joining the fight against Ebola. They've developed a more effective method of decontamination for relief workers in areas affected by the outbreak.
The CDC released a report that said one of the possible reasons for this, massive infection rate could be improper decontamination.
Their method involves adding colored dye and special chemicals to bleach spray used in decontaminating protective suits. Bleach spray is widely used to disinfect protective suits, but there are several limitations to the current process.
One, when you spray, it's transparent, so you really can't see where you've sprayed, so it's really easy to miss a spot. And 2, when bleach interacts with a waterproof surface, it actually forms droplets and just rolls off the surface. So you can't actually fully cover something like a personal protective equipment suit.
Their original idea was to create a suit that changes color when sprayed, but they realized it would be time-consuming and costly to make and distribute new suits. So they turned their attention to the bleach itself.
We got a bunch of compounds from the lab, and also we ordered online to kind of test out whether or not it would make the bleach solution stick. We ran through like 10 or so, and we eventually settled on a couple.
So now it sticks to the suit. Now it has increased potency versus the virus.
By coloring the bleach blue, disinfected areas become visible, helping to ensure complete decontamination. It started as a project for the Ebola Design Challenge, sponsored by Columbia's Engineering School and the Mailman School of Public Health. The goal of the challenge was to develop low-cost, technology-driven solutions to fight the Ebola crisis. The current outbreak is the worst in history. As of March, over 14,000 confirmed cases and over 9,000 deaths.
But we do want to see it implemented in the field as soon as possible. Currently, we've already had it implemented by the Fire Department of New York.
They say this is just the beginning. The team calls their product Highlight, and they've even formed a company around it called Kinos.
In the future, I'm really looking forward to possibly deploying in Africa this summer. That's one of our main goals. We're also excited to continue deployment on the U.S. front.
From a basement chem lab in New York City to the front lines in West Africa, this is definitely STEM in action. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Aaron Billups.
Dissection is a part of many a student's academic life. In North Carolina, one classroom experiment focused on the similarities and differences of humans and their animal neighbors. Meg Smith takes a look at what can only be called an eye-opening experience.
I want you to hold it by the optic nerve.
These Hallfields Middle School 6th graders are learning about different parts of the eye.
We learned about how to dissect the cow eye and see what the anatomy of a cow eye is. So if we cut it open, we can see the lens, ciliary muscles.
We've been learning about forces in motion. So we tie in light, how the eye functions, how the brain processes.
Students also found out more about the similarities and differences between cow and human eyes.
Humans' eyes have more muscles than the cow's eye.
Using brain power to investigate more about exactly how things work.
The thing that I think is the coolest about this experiment is just seeing how the eye works and what parts look like in the eye.
And because we use our eyes every day, these students are learning about things that could apply to them in the future or now. For example, LASIK surgery or wearing glasses.
We have a student who is colorblind, and he's been able to understand that more clearly and process what part of his eye is not functioning properly.
The hands-on experience made all the difference in helping students learn.
I know how that feels. I know what that looks like now, instead of just in a picture.
You can actually look at the optic nerves and see how it feels.
An eye-opening experience inspiring future careers in STEM.
I've always wanted to be a scientist or a nurse. If you have a dream, pursue your dream and maybe it will come true.
For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Meg Smith.
Actor Adrian Grenier has appeared in a number of films, but his latest undertaking is a real fish story. As a matter of fact, he's looking to partner up with marine biologists to find the 52, also known as the loneliest whale in the world. We checked out how the actor is looking to ride the wave of a Kickstarter campaign in order to get the search underway. Adrien Grenier is best known for his lead role in the Emmy-nominated HBO hit Entourage. A lesser-known role of Adrien's is that of animal ambassador to an individual whale named 52 Hertz for the frequency it calls or sings at. 52 has never been seen, but its vocalizations have been recorded regularly with audio equipment in the Pacific Ocean since 1992, when the U.S. Navy, listening for enemy submarines, picked them up.
Scientists speculate that he's lonely because he speaks at a different frequency than other whales. So he's been calling out his whole life. And whales, they sing, but then eventually they stop. This whale calls out constantly, day in, day out, and he's never once received a response because no other whale speaks his language.
There may be something wrong with 52's voice. He may be deaf, or he may be a hybrid whale, a cross between a blue and a fin. Scientists just don't know. That's why Adrien, along with director Joshua Zeman, are raising awareness for a project to find 52. And not just hear this whale, but see it, track it, and begin to better understand the solitary life this whale is leading.
It's about an emotional and a physical search to find this whale. And the movie kind of lives in the middle between the emotion and the science.
We're going to go out and try and understand the plight of all whales and all marine wildlife, and understand better how ocean noise pollution is affecting their ability to communicate with one another.
All right, we have to take one more quick break. Then, coming up, the focus is on the future as students go head-to-head in the first robotics regionals, and we'll take a look at how one blockbuster could be giving us a glimpse into the future of artificial intelligence. To find more hands-on science, technology, engineering, and math opportunities in your community, check out the connectory.org, where curiosity meets opportunity.